Hey, this is Nuno with Invictus Endurance, and I wanted to bring you guys some stretching and mobility for your hamstrings. Hamstrings get pretty tight when you're running. We want you to utilize your hamstrings for that pulling motion that we talk about in a lot of our running mechanics drills, so we want to make sure we emphasize that. First thing, with the lacrosse ball, nice and simple, finding a box. You could also do it on a chair, and here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take that lacrosse ball to the insertion point, right where the hamstring connects to the to your buttocks, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to apply as much pressure as I can onto that connection, into that insertion point. And then from here, what I wanna do is create a little bit of movement. So I just wanna go through flexion and extension, a little bit of extension, a little bit of flexion. And what we're trying to do is try to break up that fascia. Again, when you run, your muscles get tight, so you gotta loosen them up. I recommend doing this post-workout, even on your rest days. If you're taking active recovery and you're just spending some time mobilizing, you can spend a good amount of time here. This is a great little stretch to try to break up some of those tight muscles. Okay, so that's one, utilizing the lacrosse ball. Another one that you can utilize is a little bit of what we call, not we, but what is called PNF stretching. That's proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. So in the simplest ways, all you're gonna do is hold the stretch for 5 seconds, and then you're gonna let it go for about 10. So here's what I'm gonna do for my hamstring. I'm gonna wrap the band around the middle of my foot. I'm gonna lay down all the way on the ground, and then what I wanna do is I wanna pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna release for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna do it again. So you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then again down for 10, and you get the idea. But ideally you wanna do that for about 3 sets on each side. So 5-second hold, trying to get a little bit deeper with each stretch, and then 10-second release. So you got your box lacrosse ball stretch, you got your PNF stretching, and then the other thing you can do is you can just hold this and for a nice long stretch, anywhere from 1 minute to 2. So just between those gives you guys a little bit of mobility work for your hamstrings for your post-workout.